Good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Emilio Ramirez. I'm Director of Housing for the City of Oxnard. It's a pretty exciting day today to be able to be in front of you to present the final action for the financial package leading up to the development of the Homeless Solutions Center. By way of background, as you may know, the homelessness in Oxnard has seen an increase from 2020 to 2022. You can see an increase to 463 unsheltered persons, indicating that there is still a need for the Homeless Solutions Center and beyond. Yes, would be the first of many, hopefully, Housing First projects. This one is the Homeless Solutions Center mixed-use project, and that includes a navigation center on the ground floor of 110 beds plus 56 units of permanent supportive housing on top of that. That development is to be developed at the corner of Second and B, as you can see on screen now. This is an elevation of that project as is proposed now, and we anticipate that this project will initiate construction in early June of this year. By way of background, the city staff did undertake a series of community outreach to receive comment and feedback of the proposed Homeless Solutions Center at Second and B, dating back to January of 2020 at the Downtown Oxford Board meeting, the neighborhood meetings, community meetings, Commission on Homelessness, the hospitals, the council committee meetings and planning commissions that we undertook a variety of different community input and made changes to the proposal. We're in front of you today to seek approval of a series of documents that are in addition to what has already been approved in the past and what has already been authorized. So first, amendment to the disposition development agreement. The amendment is fairly small, but we felt as though we needed to include it in this proposal for your review. The bulk of the action today is the financial cost sharing agreement with the county. They are going to be contributing towards the cost of building out the navigation center on the ground floor, the 110 bed shelter on the ground floor, and then our documents for our contribution to that same navigation center, including funds from Measure O, a fund that has already been allocated and approved by the council in the past, but this would be the loan documents. A PLHA loan documents for the same. We still need to declare it surplus for our be able to dispose of it to the trust fund, and then we're seeking a budget appropriation for the staff work. A development schedule, we had presented this to you in the past. We're substantially on track with this, in some cases a little bit ahead of where we thought we would be. We are initiating construction in June of this year. And the prior development schedule, we were proposing to initiate construction in the fall of this year. So we're a couple of months ahead of that timeline. Surplus declaration is something that we need to undertake in order to comply with the Surplus Land Act. We had done that in the past, and the council had approved a resolution already declaring a surplus, but the state of California objected to that version of the resolution and asked us to withdraw that resolution and adopt a new one that would authorize us to sell it. They have already pre-approved the resolution that is in front of you today, and they have told us that if you adopt it in this way, that they will go ahead and approve it and allow this to go forward. There is not a substantial difference between the old one and the new one. At the end of the day, we're still disposing of it to the trust fund, and the trust fund is going to ground lease it to CDP for the Homeless Solutions Center development. So we're seeking the council adopt the resolution approving the mayor to execute the financial cost sharing agreement between us and the county of Ventura, and also authorizing the city manager to execute other documents, including the permanent local housing allocation loan agreement, the Measure O loan agreement, and to make those loan agreements in effect. Authorize the mayor to execute the financial cost sharing agreement with the county Ventura. Approve and authorize the city manager and designee to execute the First Amendment to the Disposition Development Agreement, as well as adopt the resolution of this account declaring the subject site exempt from Surplus Land Act, pursuant to Government Code Section 54221F1A, which is the direction that we received from the state, and accept and recognize a deposited lump sum amount of $2.935 million from the county of Ventura to pay for the county share of the cost of constructing the tenant improvements. Also approve a budget appropriation of $160,000 from the low and moderate income housing fund for the necessary administrative component of the project. Thank you. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.